We're here.
Happy Saturday.
It is Saturday. I'm always excited for like the weekend.
Mhm.
I'm like, when we did Thursday nights, I was always happy for Thursday night. It
Yeah.
sounds like there's an echo in here.
It kind of. No,
No,
I don't think there's an echo.
I think that's just okay. So I've had like crazy, stupid ear problems. I've had a sinus infection that's went down into my teeth.
Yeah.
Not fun. So
Yeah.
I've actually missed the last 2 days of work, but I'm glad to see everybody's here.
Yeah.
Like, that's quick. 30 watching right now. Thank you.
Yay,
Thank you guys so much. All right.
So,
it's Saturday.
Yep. Normally we do a Saturday video, but today it's a Saturday live.
I feel like everyone just came to watch and see if we got older because, it's been a month since our last pet thing. They're probably like waiting to see like if we had gray hair.
Oh, it's happening.
And an eye patch.
Totally happening. This time of year is so busy.
It is. We love it though.
More so than normal.
This is my favorite time of year.
And
I like the favorite holiday.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry I interrupted you. I'm sorry. I won't interrupt you no more.
So I know we're on the countdown for Christmas. I changed the little number.
What did you change it to?
23.
23?
Yeah. 23 days until Christmas.
And it's busy because look, so Austin's birthday was Thursday.
Yep.
His is the 30th. And then mine is the 19th.
Yep.
And then we have Christmas. And then Noah's is the 7th of January. So there's like a whole busy season there.
Yeah. 2 weeks before Austin's birthday was Alexa's birthday.
It was?
Yeah. So, yeah, we have all kinds of stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah. So it's super exciting. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I hope everybody's excited for Christmas.
I hate to, I don't want to pat myself on the back or anything.
Yeah.
But as far as it goes for like you
mm-hmm.
and Noah and stuff, like I'm done. I'm done shopping. And that makes me happy.
You're not done.
I am done.
No. You assigned Christmas shopping to me for somebody that you want to buy for. A couple people.
I'm done. And you know what? What we got each other last year was we got each other the low carb cruise this year.
Yeah.
And that makes me kind of sad because I wish I was getting a cruise. I bet that's what you're getting me. I bet you're getting me a cruise. We don't have any vacation plans for next year.
No. We do not.
What do you guys, is anybody going on the low carb cruise next year? Because I still don't know anybody that is other than I think Joe and Rachel.
I know a lot of people are going on the 2025. Is Alaska. It 2025 cruise? Yeah.
The Alaska cruise.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that before. I don't know about the, there's something about the beaches of Alaska that just don't sound very appealing to me.
Right.
All right. Are we just gonna, where are we going? Oh, well, here's John. We'll show John.
John Guggenheim.
Didn't realize you were going live so soon after Dustin's live. Had to run to the store and get T-bones on sale for $3.99 a pound. Got home just in time for the OMAD Warrior intro music.
Yeah.
I did not OMAD today.
Uh-huh.
I woke up, we fasted all day yesterday. And then I woke up this morning and I'm not putting the 1 meal a day pressure on the day after a full day fast. So I got up and I chopped up some chicken. We had some chicken that
leftover smoked chicken
from like almost a week ago. Like it had to get cut up and used. So I put it in a cast iron skillet and I browned it basically in chunks. And then I was like, well, this is kind of like chicken crust pizza. So then I threw mozzarella and pepperoni on it, and that's what we had.
That's what he had.
That's what I had. Noah wasn't very happy about it, but I thought it was delicious.
Yeah.
John says I sound congested. Well, that's because I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on antibiotics, and for some reason, I felt like I should be feeling better by now. I don't know.
That's all right.
Dustin says he loves the hoodie. This is just your basic Columbia hoodie.
Basic.
And this is the basement. So Emily is usually cold. I put my shoes on, like I'm fully dressed. I got a hoodie on, got a t-shirt underneath
Yeah.
because it's cold.
I'm only wearing a t-shirt because I wanted to be festive. So I have one of my Christmas shirts on.
I would never associate that with a Christmas shirt. I
Yep.
associate it with like maybe
It's-
a Cracker Barrel shirt.
It has a wreath. It's totally festive.
It has a rooster.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
All right. Dustin says they're done Christmas shopping. They probably did all that at
Yeah.
Disney. If I took everyone to Disney, I'd be like, yep, Christmas is over. Dustin's not going on the cruise,
No.
and Lynette is not going
But
on the cruise.
she's going to the 2025.
Look, Cynthia's going on the 2025.
2025.
Mm-hmm. And Dustin says he's going to Low Carb for Better Health 24 and KPL 24.
Yep.
Jennifer Lucas is going on the 2KK cruise and the 25 Alaska cruise.
That will be
awesome.
Fun.
Dustin says, no, I'm mad. You mad? I'm not mad, bro. Hey, Shelly's here.
Shelly,
This is my
I'm
first
so glad
live.
to see you. I hope you're doing wonderful. Totally miss you.
Lynette is cleaning out her kitchen. Uncle visited this week from Phoenix, and we had standard diet food in the house, as well as lots of keto treats. All of it's got to go. I've got some inflammation.
Isn't that crazy that there's some things, I mean, even keto treats, which normally we don't make the keto treats because that same reason, because A, it's easy for me to overeat keto treats, and B, it's just not good to have in the house.
No, because I will snack them to death over and over and over.
Yes.
Brian Doyle had to use up some sliced pork belly this morning. Chunks air fried with meat church rub, super crispy, and wow.
I love meat church rub, and I've only seen, I think, one, maybe two of them that are sugar-free, though. So if you know of a couple others that are sugar-free, let me know.
Mary says she's still deciding about Alaska. It's pricey, but I hope a whole bunch come. I want to share my part of the world with you. Bring raincoats. It just sounds worse now. Now it sounds worse. Now it's going to, not only is the beach cold, but I have to wear a raincoat. How much more we got to pay for the rain and the cold?
I know. We'll have to get more info and
just curious. How much is it for two people? Just throwing it out there. What is two people with a balcony? What is that?
If you know.
If you know. Or two people with just a window. I don't require much, just a window. Yeah, just bars and a window. That's it. I'm good. Dustin says if my YouTube takes off and I can afford to go on all the cruises.
Yep, because I would want to go on all the cruises too.
Sherry Watkins is here.
Good morning, Sherry.
And Lynette says, what is Meat Church Rub? I've never heard of that.
Meat Church is a YouTuber, and he has his own brand of seasonings, and he is actually our go-to as far as when we're looking for a recipe for the smoker. He is definitely our go-to to find a good recipe for something to put on the smoker.
All right. So when I first started, when we first started getting the smoker, my uncle was really the only one I knew who smoked meat.
Personally.
Yes, personally. And I had a friend that was smoked meat, but he wasn't good at it. He was telling me he had a different kind of smoker, and he was telling me all the stuff he ruined. And that's why I never wanted one to begin with.
Yeah.
So I contacted my uncle. My uncle's like, look, anything you need, you just look up Meat Church. His recipe is the best every time. It never fails. So anything I want to smoke or anything that's new, I'm like, oh, we should try to smoke that. You just go to Meat Church.
Yeah.
And he will show you. And he's got an amazing outdoor kitchen. Yeah. An outdoor kitchen that's just amazing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of our...
Yeah. He has not steered us wrong.
So
anything that we've used.
So if you ever, if we put out smoker videos, if we show you how we do a brisket, it's going to be a hybrid probably of
Meat
several
church.
different ways that he does a brisket that best
Yeah.
fits it for us, because
Right.
now he's not keto, and a lot of people, when they smoke things, they use
Sugar.
a lot of sugar rubs, brown sugars and things
Yeah.
like that. So,
Honey, brown sugar.
you know, but as far as the actual cook of it, now I'm starting to find my way a little bit, you know, like briskets and things like that. People, you know, always, we start, you know, wrapping at 165 or things like that. That's kind of a judgment call. If you look at it,
Yeah.
and you see that, like, you want a little bit more bark or something like that, you can bump it up to 175, but I wouldn't let it go any more than that. But that's just stuff that I'm starting to learn.
And I love this because you guys know how long it took me to talk him into the smoker.
She loves it because the more that she can get me into cooking, the less she has to do. She probably just wishes that I would love to wash dishes and clean bathroom floors too.
He does.
If only
He totally
if
loves
only
it.
there would be like an art to cleaning bathroom floors, and like I could figure out the way, and then she would never have to do anything.
To be fair, he does do most of that stuff, and I am thankful for that. Even if I have to leave work a little bit later, just to get home a little bit later, to give him more time to get the housework done.
Dustin says he thinks the balcony will be 3K, just a guess. Well, it was what, 3K last time?
Yeah, and that was for not
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah, and that was for warm places.
Yeah.
Mary says the scenery from Seattle to Alaska, all through Canada, is not to be missed. You won't even notice the rain.
No.
So I worked out in Seattle for a while.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful out there. And I would love nothing more than to take Emmy out, let her see it. But I feel like, and this is where the pain comes in, I feel like that is best. Like, if you take a plane from here to Seattle, you miss so much. You miss so much that, like, why not just take a couple extra days and drive out there? But then you got to drive back, and who wants to do that?
I mean, we could always do like a rental car, drive out there, and then fly home.
Nah. Now it sounds expensive.
It sounds wonderful.
It sounds very expensive. Maybe if Dustin's YouTube takes off, he can help us pay for it.
There you go.
There it is.
Carrie said they said that Google could tuck itself in since it has Google Sheets.
Yep.
Waka
Waka
waka.
And by the way, Carrie, it is 673 days, no coffee or caffeine. Yeah. But who's counting?
Who's counting? That's awesome, Carrie.
Sherry says, hey, Mama Bear, I think I would do Alaska cruise, probably. We'll get a roommate, though, to help split room fees.
That would,
well, there you go. And you know what? I'm guessing you could easily find a roommate, because there was lots of people that were on this year's cruise. There was lots of people who were splitting it.
So if James decides he doesn't want to go, and I do, Sherry, just saying, I can leave him at home.
Mary T says they're thinking about buying a small electric smoker for Christmas. Thoughts?
I think that would be good. I mean, the pellet smoker that we have is electric, right? Is that different?
Okay, so a pellet smoker is electric.
Okay, so is that not the same?
But there's also smokers, and that is where my buddy would mess up meat, because there's also an electric smoker, just like a small chest, right? And that is one where you just add the smoke to it.
Okay.
And what he was doing was he was trying to, when he first started doing it, he was putting lots of meats and filling it up, and then he was hammering the wood to it, and he was smoking like so much that it was bitter. And he was like ruining meat that way. But with a pellet grill, you're not going to ruin the meat. I would suggest a pellet.
A small pellet.
Don't go too small.
It all depends on how many people you typically
don't go too small, because we use this thing as an oven. Like if we make cauliflower crust pizza, it even goes on the smoker. And that's really handy. Like, it's not so big of a deal now this time of year, because I don't care if the oven heats up the house. But in the summertime, you don't want the oven running, heating up your house.
Yeah, we don't.
So you can use it for everything. You can have smoke flavor on everything.
Love it.
Brian Doyle likes Smokin' Dad barbecue as well. Amy says love Meat Church and Ash Kickin' barbecue.
Yeah, I've seen theirs too. Those are good too.
Mary says balcony to Alaska is 45.45. Interior is 2,500-ish.
Okay.
So somewhere along the way, you could probably get a 32 or 3,300. Maybe could get a window.
Yeah.
But then it is going to be expensive though to get like from where we are to Seattle.
Yeah.
Like them are not cheap airline tickets.
No. Camille, hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
And
Karen's
here watching at work.
Karen's doing a Vlogmas.
Vlogmas?
Yeah. We like vlogs.
We do like Vlogmas. Jackie says, I think the flight is the most expensive part of the Alaska cruise.
Yeah.
We really do need to call and ask.
Yeah. We do need to get more info. And because I if we start now, we can afford it, right?
Yeah. So Lynette says she uses a Southwest Airlines credit card all the time. So if I fly on Southwest, if I can fly on Southwest to Seattle, my flight will be free. But I don't even know if they fly out there. Well,
I don't know either.
We have to find out if Southwest flies northwest. We use the Capital One Venture card.
Yeah.
And that gives us miles for everything. So I can actually. The reason I like that is because everything that you spend is 2% for travel, whether it be for hotel.
And I'm going to cut you off.
That's fine.
The beef. Yeah. You don't deserve it at all.
Actually, I'm going to cut you off, right?
We used to use different cards and we'd use it for like restaurants and food and stuff all the time. We're like, why are we using our points just to get food? Instead, we need to change it and do something where we can do something active and go out and have vacations and whatnot. So.
If you think about it, it's like you can, like we used to use American Express and you would get the rewards back and we would literally cash them in for restaurants.
Yeah.
Like $50 at a time.
Right.
Whereas this is travel. And because we're not very rich, yeah, we're rich. We're just not very rich. We only get to travel like twice a year. And one of them is pretty close.
Yeah.
One of them's 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So,
anyway,
who can't use an extra $1,000 or something like that by the time you cash in all your miles and rewards? Who can't use an extra $1,000 to say, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be, maybe we can at least, if we get a good deal, we can pay for our plane tickets.
Yeah.
And like when we went on the low carb cruise, we paid for our room there in Texas. Then 2 nights that was paid for
with our points.
Yeah. And almost all of our flight, like $700 of our flight, got paid for out of the $1,000 or $1,100, whatever it cost for us to go. So
that's what we do.
Yes. And we like that, but there's other ways you can really cash in too. I mean, there's other like
Southwest credit card.
Yeah, Southwest credit card, you can do that. But then you're just limited to Southwest.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and that's fine because Southwest we loved Southwest. That was a really good airline. And we didn't have any problems.
Yeah. We liked it.
Dustin
Mary
says,
is here. And we haven't said hi to Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. Tell Joe we said hi.
So Dustin says going to make sure to split the room at KPL, cut the cost in half. Just got to remember to stay in the West Tower. It's the best. Is it?
I don't know.
Is it? And the thing is, we were in the tower that wasn't where they had the convention. It was on the other side.
Yeah.
So we got more steps. And we wasn't there anyway. Like we literally slept in that room.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that when they come on sale, if you reserve them like that day, it was like $20 difference to reserve a suite versus a regular room.
Yep. So super cheap.
Yeah, make sure you get the suite if you reserve with the discount. Soon. I would imagine she's going to post them tickets here really soon. She did it like the 5th of December last year.
Yeah. Luz is here. Hello, Luz. I hope you're doing well.
Mary says she misses everyone so much. Can't wait for KPL 24.
I know, Mary. I miss you too. I miss your face.
Okay. Mary T says, what brand is your smoker? Can I afford it? A Traeger is minimum 1,000 here. All right.
We do not have a Traeger.
We have a Rectech. Now, I was going to buy a Pit Boss. I ain't going to lie. It was either going to be like a Traeger or a Pit Boss. And I started talking to Jerry West
And Joe.
and Joe from
So-
2KK. And
Mhm.
anyone that I had talked to, now Chris Bear from Keto Chow, they have a rec tech.
Mhm.
One of the guys, actually 2 of the guys at my work now have rec techs.
Mhm.
Several
And
people
Joe
have,
and Jerry have rec techs.
yeah, bought rec techs on our recommendation. But Joe and Jerry were telling me the rec tech is a one purchase, like it can do everything. It goes up to 700 degrees, so it can sear.
Mhm. It goes very low.
It goes down to 180, so
We can make jerky.
mhm. And it does like everything I need.
It also
Except get rid of
has-
this cold.
Yeah. It also has a 6-year warranty.
A 6-year bumper to bumper warranty.
Yeah.
So like right now, and I don't know, this is not Canadian dollars, but right now I think they're 20% off, which is what I got ours for.
Yeah.
And it was like 1,200 and something.
hmm
I have to walk away. I'm so sorry, and get a drink.
He's still recovering. But yeah, a big part of why we went with the rec tech was, again, like he was saying, we were looking at pit bosses, we were looking at Traegers. We were recommended by several people to get the rec tech, but it is pricey. And the more we thought about it, it was, if we get something else, are we going to be disappointed and wish we would have gotten the rec tech? Like if we buy something else and something happens to it, say a year after purchase, and we don't have that 6-year warranty, are we going to regret it and be like, we should have just spent the extra money
All right.
on the rec tech?
So one of the things I'll say, the rec tech is built like you can get the same size rec tech as you would a Traeger or a Pit Boss, right?
Right.
It weighs like 30 pounds more. It's
Yeah.
just due to the quality of the stainless.
Yeah.
One of the guys I work with bought a Pit Boss that I was looking at, right?
Mhm.
Do you know what problem he's having now?
What?
You know how we keep our pellets full?
Oh, it holds a whole bunch of pellets too.
It holds
I
a whole
like
bag.
that.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
know how we keep ours full?
Mhm.
It never gets damp. It never does anything.
No,
If he doesn't, he has to dump his pellets out every time what's left
because they get wet.
because they swell up and they get wet. There's something with his smoker that like the water is it's
Not keeping the water out.
correct.
Okay.
And he just paid $700 for it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you know, it really depends on what you want to do and what you can afford.
so if we would have bought the $700 Pit Boss or $800 or $900 Traeger, we
Yeah.
would have probably always wondered how the rec tech would have been.
Yeah.
But having the rec tech,
Yeah.
I have no desire to know like, wow, I'm not like I wish I might have bought the Pit Boss.
No. No.
Because we love that thing.
We have not had any issues.
Nothing. And
There's just, if anything about this rec tech, anything at all would be, and not that we need it, but maybe a bigger one.
and ours is $1,250.
Yeah.
We don't need a bigger one.
No.
So, it's kind of one of them things. If you buy a $600 or $700 smoker
Yeah.
and you wish that you'd bought something else, and then eventually you buy something else,
Yeah.
you're behind if you would have just paid the extra few hundred to begin with. If you can do that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not rich. That was a big hit
Yeah.
for us. That was we had to really sit down, and it was almost like buying a car. We discussed it.
Yeah. But every time we had that discussion, I said, if you're asking for my approval, I want the rec tech. But very happy with it.
Sherry says she'd love for me to stay home. Just joking. Even though having Emily for a roommate would be awesome, James can find his own roommate. I know, you're just teasing. Cynthia says Southwest does fly Northwest. Used to fly them all the time when I lived in LA.
There we go.
Now in Portland.
We really liked Southwest. John's back. He got his T-bones.
Just got over 9 pounds of T-bones for under $36.
All right. So this is another topic. We were just talking about this before we went live. I'm sure he's not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Have you had aversions to different things?
Mhm.
Like James has had this beef aversion.
Okay,
To be fair.
this is the second time this month
Yeah.
in a month
Just a short span
that
where
I
he just,
that I have been sick. I had to miss a day a couple weeks ago of work. It was like something hit me real hard,
yeah.
and ever since then, meat has not, like, when I say meat, it's not chicken,
And
it's red meat.
yeah.
I just haven't been liking, and I've always eaten a ton of hamburger. Well,
yeah.
lately I don't want hamburger, and now a few days ago I started getting a sinus infection that was real bad, and now I just don't want hamburger lately, and I know it's just temporary because I went through it with chicken in the past.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like no dough pizzas and things are sounding a lot better than hamburgers.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Yeah. It's one of them things I feel like.
Michelle is here looking for a new smoker too. Ours is rusted out in the inside, looking for one that will be best if kept outside, not on a patio.
Okay, ours is not under anything.
Nothing.
We don't have any issues.
Well, you know, to be fair, ours is this is the first year.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're not even using a cover on ours because it is a stainless steel, don't rust. Okay.
Yeah.
The problem is when you put a cover on, like if it rains
Mm-hmm.
and the smoker gets wet, right?
Yeah.
Well, it'll get wet for the day.
Yeah.
But if you leave it wrapped, if you put a cover on a smoker,
yeah,
and it rains,
mm-hmm.
it might not get very wet that day, but moisture is going to go up underneath that cover, and that might stay there for 3 months during the winter until you pull it off, and then you have a rusty mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but I totally get, like, I love our RecTech, but it is pricey, and not everybody wants to, especially if it's their first smoker, because that wasn't our first.
No, we bought a very cheap small one,
and we still liked it, but we had a few issues, you know, with not even temperature, and if we put it to one side because it didn't. The thing.
Yeah, the one we had, it had where the flame was, it was like on one side.
Yeah.
The flame would come up, and it didn't have like a diffuser. It didn't have like a thick plate. Like the RecTech has like a
cast iron plate.
Big 15-pound plate that sets on there that absorbs all that heat, and therefore the heat goes evenly through the whole smoker.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other ones, they look good because you can slide open the drip fan or whatever, which always ends up getting stuck because it gets fat and grease all on it. But so that you can sear, and it sounds good, like, we can open this up and flame sear our stuff, right?
Right.
But that makes a hot spot on that whole, even when you shut it, it's still a hot spot on that part of the grill.
Yep. Yep.
Which is a problem if you got a whole brisket that's taken up most of the smoker.
Yeah.
So you got one side of the brisket that's hotter than the other side.
Right. So, yes.
Bubba says RecTech has a PID controller, which is the most accurate today. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. With everything, though, I mean, I believe that they're all pretty close, I would say. It's just the material, you know, like the RecTech being 30 pounds heavier, the same size, just goes to show you, you know, how much thicker your racks are, just the quality that went into the smoker itself.
Yeah, but John, if you go up, you're on the wrong one I was talking about.
John says, I've never had an aversion to steak. Sometimes I can't bring myself to eat ground beef. And that's probably where I'm at.
Yeah, he can do steak still. So I guess it wouldn't be beef in general.
Which one? This one?
Yeah. Because they were asking about the different smokers. And I've heard a lot of people talk about the charcoal and them being great too. I don't know how much they are.
Well, I think them are a lot cheaper, and it goes back to like when you buy that style. I think smoking meat used to be like an all-day job. You would actually sit and babysit it, and you'd have to open the dampers and add the wood and shovel the coal.
Yeah, there are some that you do have to babysit them, which depends on the person.
Jennifer Lucas says, I'm never going to get over my meat aversion. extended
Jennifer, I hope
fasting.
you're doing okay.
You know what? If this cold don't go away, I might be doing an extended fast because I'm getting tired of
I
it.
keep hearing a whole lot of people have stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
All right, here we go.
Mama Bear.
The only time I've had a meat aversion is after been doing BBB
For 3 weeks.
Yep.
Other than that, I get a little nauseous when I eat erythritol on an empty stomach. Yeah.
Mary loves watching us smoke meat.
I like smoking meat. I was just trying to talk him into smoking a pork butt tomorrow, and he acted like, no.
Mary says Rectech with a 15-pound hopper is $13.19 Canadian.
If you would use it a lot, me personally, I would say you wouldn't regret it if you're anything like me. And I feel like you're kind of like me, Mary. Because it's so simple. You don't have to babysit it. There's an app on my phone so I can change the temperature. I can turn it off if I'm not right there.
That's the nicest thing is because a lot of our
Like-
cooks, like brisket, sometimes are 18 to, even 22 hours, depending on the size of the brisket. We don't have to be here because she can just get on her phone or whatever. And if like we're sitting at church and it's like, oh, the brisket's done, we can literally shut the smoker off.
Thanksgiving, we smoked a turkey, and my son had Thanksgiving at his house. So they pretty much did all the food. The only thing I brought was just like a couple things. But one of the things we brought was we injected a smoked turkey with buffalo sauce, and it was so good. We didn't have to bring the turkey because we did a turkey, but it ended up being so good. We're like, we have to bring it and share it because it's so good.
Yeah. I've been playing around with, we got the jerky gun, which actually I have that listed on a YouTube link if anyone was interested. They're not very much, but that way you can make ground chicken or ground beef or whatever, and it just kind of squirts it out into different. It's like basically a stainless steel caulk gun.
Yeah,
that you just squirt it out on mats and do whatever. But
so we've been doing like chicken jerky and beef jerky.
And of course, due to the aversion, I've been liking the ground chicken. Because chicken bacon ranch jerky. Yes. And anyway.
Chicken bacon ranch jerky, literally just ground chicken. And I mix it with bacon. I just buy the bacon pieces. Okay. The bacon pieces and ground chicken. And then I add some spices like cumin, black pepper, garlic, salt. I actually use smoked salt in the ground chicken also. And then I use different spices for the ranch. And then we make just chicken bacon ranch jerky. And that's really, really good. And then we've been doing the ground beef jerky too, which I really like a lot. Danny Beach actually made some. And so I just used his recipe that he gave me that he shared. And that's wonderful too. And we just put it on the mats that go in the smoker and just make our beef jerky on the smoker. I don't know how much of a difference it is as far as a dehydrator. We don't have one. I think that's something that's on our list of things to buy. But I don't even know if we really even need a dehydrator since we can put it on the smoker. But yeah, those I think are on the link. Cindy's here. Hello, Cindy. Evelyn's here. Hello. Brian Doyle said, I bought a used Kamado Joe 2 on Facebook Marketplace for $400. Best thing I've ever bought. That had to have been the best deal ever, too. I think Joe on 2KK, doesn't he use one as well? Dustin's got to go. We'll see you later, Dustin. Did you want to say anything else about the injector? Because I kind of just changed.
No.
John Gugahan said, James, was it something I said? He's back. You okay?
Yes. No, it's just the more I talk, the more it's like everything is
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of just having a hard time.
Not something you said, John.
Chantel says, just got out of the shower and put on fresh PJs. Plan on staying in all day. Weather is yucky. Cooking ribeyes for lunch and chocolate
Yeah.
malt creamy for dinner.
Yeah.
Later, watching Christmas movies.
How do you guys all like that? Chocolate malt creamy, chocolate malt keto chow.
Lady Fritz
Lady
here.
Fritzator, you're not late.
Brian Doyle says, yes, that's where I saw it. Mine new is 1300.
He got one on Facebook Marketplace for 400.
What?
Kamado Joe too.
Oh.
He said best investment ever.
Well, I heard the thing that's good about them is the fact that they basically take very little because they're so insulated that it only takes like a couple pieces of charcoal or wood to keep it up to temperature like forever.
Yeah.
Mary says the worst thing is that tickle in your throat. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That and my teeth hurt.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Sherry said
he's been in pretty good spirit though.
Hope you don't catch it.
Yeah, thank you. I hope not.
I think this is a lingering. Remember I said I was sick a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is something lingering that I thought was a tooth problem that ended up just getting bigger, and it's probably going to take a little bit longer for that sinus infection because it started getting a little rough. It started like moving into my jaw and everything, and it didn't. The other night, Emily's like, "You probably got a sinus infection." And I was like,
"Can that make this hurt?
Why would my teeth hurt, stupid, if I had a sinus infection?" Then I look it up, and it's like the symptom is like toothache. I was like, "You serious?" Bubba says,
Crack's Law.
I don't know what that is. Do you?
No, but it sounds good.
Crack's Law? What if it's like brains or something?
I don't know.
Lynette says, I would like to go to the movies this week. What movie do you recommend? I don't like horror
Lynette.
movies.
We went to the movies last night and saw the Shift. Very good. Very good. It's I didn't even know what we were watching. James just got us movie tickets and was like, we're going to the movies.
On days that we fast, I like to plan things so that we're not just hanging out.
Yeah.
Because I like to move. Otherwise, there's something about when I do a full day fast once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I freeze. I literally shiver.
Yeah.
And if
it's so cold in the movie theater.
Yeah, we took blankets and stuff. But if I just sit at home, I'll literally probably just sit, like after work or whatever, I'll just sit and nap all night.
See, and I don't want to go to the movie. We hadn't been to the movies in a very, very long time, and up until a couple weeks ago or a month ago?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
And when we went that time, I ended up getting popcorn for Noah, and popcorn was always a thing for me. And I ended up having some popcorn. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he said, we're going to the movies, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to smell popcorn, but I'm not patting myself on the back or anything, but it didn't bother me.
It didn't? Because it sure smelled good.
It did smell good. And I like the smells, but
I did have a big giant Diet Coke.
Yeah. But
I actually had like half of it still left at the end of the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, popcorn was definitely my thing. Always was.
Cindy says, be careful with that. Brian started with what he thought was a head cold. Turned out his dengue virus tested positive last Friday than I did last Sunday.
I know. I heard that, Cindy. I hope you guys are feeling all right. Did they test you at the doctor's office?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Surprised they didn't.
Cindy says that throat tickle turned into strep for me along with a positive test.
Ugh.
Well, I'm on an antibiotic, so either way, I think I'm doing about as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Lou said, movie popcorn is the best. It really, really is. It really is. I felt very strong, though.
Mary's proud of you. And Lady Fritzator says, I could have a popcorn problem very easily, too.
Yeah. It's very super easy.
There you go.
See, that is the perfect name because every single person in our house, James, there was one day last week I made it.
She made it too fancy. I didn't like it.
Yeah. But he was telling Austin, our oldest, he said, I'm going to make burgers, blah, blah, blah. And Austin's like, because he was kind of deciding if he should
Mhm.
eat somewhere else before he came home. And he's like, but Em's also going to make egg roll in a bowl. He's like, oh, why didn't you just start with that?
Look,
But they
Hanya,
love it. They
Hanya is here.
absolutely love it. Hanya, hello. But
Han-
yeah, we love it.
Hanya Hansen.
Yeah, we love you, Hanya.
Danny says right there with you on the popcorn.
Yeah.
Lynette has a couple bags of butter flavored Porking Good rind, so take those with me to the movie.
I don't have any, and I was fasting.
Lynette says, I hate how my phone puts commas in wherever it wants.
I know, it's a mind of its own.
I hate how when you're on the phone that you can't tag people.
On chat.
Yeah, that you can't hit the @ and then like a letter or two and it pop up. You have to like write
Right.
the whole thing out, and then you don't know if it's right. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Hanya Hansen laughed. Well, I guess we're about to go do some stuff, I guess. But Hanya's dying for Porking Good.
Cheddar.
Oh, okay. Cheddar cheese flavor. Do they have cheddar cheese flavor?
I feel like we need some more. I feel like we need to go get some of those.
Is the cheddar cheese, is that new, or did they have that? Because they had a jalapeno cheddar, I think. A jalapeno cheese or something like that.
Is there a new flavor?
I don't know.
Did I miss a new flavor?
And you know what I'm hoping? Because I heard that they're going to be in Walmarts and stuff like that.
And 7-Elevens.
Yeah. I'm hoping
maybe 7-Elevens.
that doesn't mean
that's in the air.
that doesn't mean that they're going to make crappy ingredients and lower their quality in order to produce more.
That's always the concern. When somebody says they're going into major local chain stores, it's like, oh, please don't change.
Yeah, because I can guarantee you that like you can go to Walmart and you can get Reebok. I guarantee you that's not the same Reebok as in the store, as in like the Reebok store, or as in a better store. That's not the same one. They lower their quality, to get in a store like that, and I get it. Thank you very much, Cindy. I hope I feel better too.
Cindy, I hope you guys feel better.
Yes, I hope that you and Brian are wonderful. And
yeah, forget about James. We hope you guys feel better.
Mary T says it's snowing hard. I guess today is a good day to decorate for Christmas.
You need to get on that, Mary.
Honey, you got
23 days
from Costco a couple months ago. I've never seen cheddar cheese.
Oh, the white cheddar.
Oh, there is a white cheddar. And you know what? And there's a nacho too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Our Costco's, we can't find the Porking Good anymore. I have a feeling that's due to the Walmart, because if they went to Walmart, they'll probably start being a Sam's.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Luz is praying for me to get better. Thank you very much.
Yes,
and
we love
you guys, we love you, and
we do love you.
We do, and you know, we still always want to put out Saturday videos, and because we didn't have a Saturday video, because we're actually doing some cooking and things for this week's video we're making our video for this week today.
Yeah.
So that's why we didn't get one up. So anyway,
I'm sorry.
And it was the holidays and sickness.
And birthdays and sickness and all the things.
All right, you guys. Have a wonderful day. We love you.
We miss you.
Soon.